Hey guys, happy Monday. Welcome back to the channel. It is me, Bobby, and I'm on my phone. I just want to try to do a video every single day this week, and being that, I work and things like that, getting the camera out and doing all the editing and things like that, maybe I might be able to do it at some point, but I said, let me just hop on here every day, kind of do a little vloggity vlog, let you know what's going on, and we'll see how that goes. So it is Monday, August 18th, and it's a good day. Work was okay, wasn't anything horrible. So just gonna go over just a couple of things that happened today. Number one, if you've been keeping up with the bat situation, and I'm gonna try to hold my phone steady here. So with the bat situation, they've had the camera up there with the little tube so that the bats can get out and apparently not get back in. Okay, awesome. It's been out there for probably maybe going on 2 weeks. So we figured that the bat guy would be, coming back soon at some point. So, and he never lets me know when he's coming, but that doesn't really matter because usually he's outside. Well, today, because I'm working from home, and I don't know, anybody else out there where if you work from home, people just assume that you're just free as a bird. You can come and go. You don't have anything important to do. You can just run to the door, answer it. You know what I mean? Anywho, so this is what he does. And he's ringing the doorbell, the Ring doorbell. And I'm like, really? I'm on a call. So finally I get off the call. I look outside and I really, I try real hard to not let my face show any type of, way. Sheldon wants some water. I'm coming, Jill. So, yeah. So he's like, I open the door and I'm like, oh, so I'm sorry, but nobody let me know that you were coming today. And he's like, and my phone, at this point, let me get Sheldon some water. My phone at this point is upstairs, so he's like, he looks at his phone and he's like, well, I tried calling. And I'm like, did you? Okay. And I mean, granted, maybe my phone was on silent. I don't know. So, he's like, I wanted to come upstairs to go to the attic to check out the bat situation. So, of course, I have to let him go up there, right? 1 second, guys. We're winging this. Sheldon wanted some water. So, I let him in, and I guess he could see, kind of like the disgust a little bit on my face. I tried to be nice. I was nice, but when you're coming to somebody's home, I mean, to me, it's just common courtesy to say, to call the person and be like, hey, are you going to be around? Are you home? Whatever the case may be. So where he has to go up into the attic is not far from my office. So then he's, of course, trying to make small talk because, he could tell that I was a little upset. So he's like, oh, well, he comes down and he's like, well, the good news is, he said, I don't see any live bats upstairs. So I'm like, oh, that's great. And he's like, and you should be, happy because this situation, yours is not actually the worst. I had a case a few weeks ago where a bat got into the home and they had family visiting and the whole family had to go get rabies shots. So I'm like, did the bat bite them? And he's like, well, sometimes bat bites are hard to distinguish, which I figured that if a bat bit you, you would know a bat bit you, right? I mean, I would think. He says no. So he said they didn't know if the bat bit him or not, so they all had to go get rabies shots. So, you could consider yourself lucky. So, yeah, he said that. Anyway, so that happened, and then he left. He took the camera thingy off the house, and then he said the next thing that's going to happen is the people are going to have to come, not him, different company, is going to have to come and like biohazard out the whole attic, clean it. Sheldon, what are you barking at? I think he's barking just because he hears me talking to myself. So that happened. Okay. And then something else happened too. So I bought my husband a watch. It's a Cubs watch. I'll show it to you. Just a moment. Sheldon, nobody's there. Okay. So here it is. So it's an Invicta Cubs watch. But guess what? It doesn't tick. So it's not working. So, of course, today during the break, I have to call, the company, let them know, it's not working. And you ever get that feeling when you call customer service and something just doesn't feel right? I could kind of tell that the guy was just, "What's wrong, Shale?" He was like, I don't know. He didn't seem like he knew what he was doing, to be honest. And I'm like, yeah, this happened and all this. And he did pull up my account. He said, "Oh, I see your name is so-and-so." And yeah, well, it doesn't tick. What do I do? He's like, "Well, you can return it." And he was just real brief about it. I said, "Am I going to get, an email or anything like that?" "Yes, you're going to receive an email with the label and all this other stuff." Okay, so something told me, no, you better call back because, he just didn't seem like he was telling me the truth. So I call back again on my next break, wait forever. And this guy says, "Yeah, no, we don't see any record of a call." So I just knew. And he tells me, "Okay, I'm going to be sending you the label," which he did. And he says, "Well, you have till tomorrow." You have tomorrow to send it back because of the date that it arrived. So yeah, it arrived, I want to say on August the 6th, but I didn't give it to my husband right away. So we didn't know that it wasn't working until a couple days ago, but whatever. So then when I look at my invoice later, I look at it and it's not the full amount coming back. So I started to do a little investigation, and apparently they take out $10 right out the get-go, Invicta does, and then they don't give you your shipping back, which is ridiculous because I asked him, is the shipping included and all of that? Well, he said, yeah, but that's only because they don't give you your shipping back. So I ordered it through PayPal, and I did go ahead and I let PayPal know what was going on because that's not right. When you order something that's brand new and it doesn't work right from the beginning, you should get all your money back. You shouldn't get your money back less $20. So now that's a thing. So it was, it was just a Monday. The Monday was Mondaying. I hope that everybody out there had a great Monday. The work day's over, but I have to go outside and tend to some weeds in the yard. My husband took care of the back. I just have to do the front, and it's so funny because I have my Selena shirt on, and the reason why I wear this shirt is, and I never even noticed it until a couple of weeks ago. I always wear this shirt when I'm outside doing any type of yard work because I feel like something about the material, the grass just, and whatever's out there just kind of falls off of it. So yeah, I was laughing with my daughter a couple weeks ago because I saw the shirt was on, and I told her that my neighbors are probably does this girl have any other clothes to wear? Like, or is she a super Selena fan? Like, why does she always have a Selena shirt on? But yeah, this is my go-to when I go outside to do any yard work. So that's just my little chit chat vlog for the day. If you guys can relate to any of this stuff, let me know. It's just some things should be what I always say is it shouldn't be that hard. There's some things, yes, that are hard, but there's other things that it shouldn't be that hard. You know, when you receive something that doesn't work, it shouldn't be that hard. Just, you know, tell me how to return it and give me my money back. You know, when you're coming to somebody's house for a service, you call them. Oh, and I don't think I went back to this. So when he said that he called me and I went back up and I looked at my phone, yeah, he was calling me right there after he rang the doorbell. He was like, oh, and he tried to play it off too. He was like, oh, is your phone number blah, blah, blah? I said, yeah, that's my phone number. Well, I tried to call you. You called me when you were standing at the door. So that doesn't qualify as you giving me a pre-call. Anywho, so, but we are all well, thank God. Everything is good. We're gonna go outside and do some weed eating here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and get this uploaded. If you are new to the channel, welcome, welcome. I'm happy to have you here. This little channel is just a little channel about faith and vlogs and going here and there, going to antique stores a lot, trying to find bargains, showing you the bargains that I do find, showing you my little chihuahua, Mr. Sheldon, which he's somewhere back there. But anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless. Bye.